Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, and today bringing you guys a brand new video. And in this video, I'm going to be testing out the level 7 giants by using a really stupid army composition. Let me start off by saying I would never use this if I was serious. Way too expensive, not that effective, but I thought I would just try using the giants in some weird way. So I'm going to try this strategy. I guess we can call it the WiGi because it's just wizards and giants. So we got 20 giants, 35 wizards, and both of those are maxed out. I'm just going to sort of drop my giants around the base and use the wizards to back them up, sort of in a weird Barch way where I'm just trying to take care of the stuff on the outside. And then as far as spells go, I'm just using 4 rage spells and a lightning spell. I might not even use spells unless I have to, maybe 1 or 2 of them. But let's go ahead and raid using these giants, see exactly how much damage they can take. And again, I'm really just shooting for the outside of the base. Unless I find a base, maybe I can add some jump spells in later in these raids and see if I can try to make my way to the center. But for this first base here, let's just try to take care of the stuff on the outside. Alright, so just like Barch, I'm trying to find the buildings or the bases that have most of the buildings on the outside. And even though this guy doesn't have everything on the outside, looks like he does have a lot of buildings only behind 1 layer of wall. So I'm going to attack him. But one great thing about this super powerful army composition is that you can drop giants and lure out the clan castle. And I was definitely being sarcastic about how powerful it is, but I did lure out the clan castle, and now I'm just luring them to the corner. But unfortunately the giant doesn't die fast enough, so I can't get them all the way out there. But anyways, let me spam some giants, spam some wizards after that, and see if we can take care of some of the stuff on the outside. Alright, so I'm hoping to get somewhere between 40 and 45% and just make it so my heroes can clean it up. Same thing on the very top. I actually thought I had more troops than I did, but somehow those 20 giants went pretty quickly, especially when you see them flinging off the map with those spring traps. But as they attack around the base, looks like we're actually doing better than I thought. I thought most of the wizards would actually get blown up by like giant bombs and stuff like that. So we're sitting at 39%. Getting close to 40%, 41%, and I definitely should be able to clean this up with my heroes, and I forgot to use any of my spells. So since we are at 41%, like I talk about with Barch, if you get above 35%, you can definitely get to 50% just by using your heroes. So I'm going to drop my queen right here, and then as soon as she gets shot down somewhere around 75 to 50%, I'll activate her ability, and I should be able to get somewhere close to 50%, as well as there were a couple more buildings in the very top. So I can drop my king up there and activate his ability, and we will be able to get 50%, and we're going to get a grand total of 2 trophies from this raid. Alright, so at least we know we can win with these giants. They did take a pretty good amount of punishment in front of those wizards. Again, never use this army composition because it's so ridiculously expensive. It's like a really rich version of the Barch that isn't even that much better. It's probably somewhat worse because the giants can't attack buildings. They're just going to attack those walls and maybe if there's a defense on the outside. But for this raid here, I actually decided to switch it up with some jump spells and see if we can make our way into the center of this guy's base. Alright, so giants are going down. I'm going to drop that first jump spell right on this wall intersection right here. Seeing as I don't have wall breakers, it's crucial if I'm trying to get my way to the center that someone doesn't have a lot of walls in his base. I brought 2 jump spells. I only needed to have 1, which might cost me a little bit later in the raid, but let's go ahead and make our way through, and hopefully no exploding things are going to kill all of those wizards because they are looking really juicy in the center of the base. So the wizards are doing work. There are those 2 Inferno towers, and those guys actually did a pretty good amount of work on my wizards. Unfortunately, they weren't set on single target, or this would have been like just destruction. And at the very end, it looks like some skeleton traps are coming out, and that's actually going to cost me a little bit. It looks like most of my wizards are actually down now. It's just my archer queen left, and as I activate her ability, she's going to shoot at that town hall. Luckily, it looks like that ability's lasting pretty long, and she'll shoot that down, which will get me that first star. But unfortunately, I only got 49% on that raid. So if I had to have that jump spell be a lightning spell instead, I could have dropped that lightning spell on one of those builders huts. Maybe if I dropped one of my wizards at the very top, he could have taken care of one of those buildings, but maybe that would have made it so I couldn't have got the town hall. So no regrets, 49%, and let's go ahead and check out this next base here. Alright, so for this one, I made some sort of weird GiWiPe army composition, but using giants. So I'm just going to drop some giants in the center. I'm just praying I'm not going to lose some trophies on these raids. I thought I would test out the giants, do some really weird things, and I'm down to do some more stuff. If you guys have any army composition suggestions, you can drop a comment in the comment section below using these giants. And it looks like my troops are making their way there, but most of my giants are going off to the right. So I was hoping they would go in the center, but the giants aren't lured in by things like the clan castle or the heroes, so they're sort of just going to be idiots and go off to the side. So realistically, it's more or less 3 P.E.K.K.A.s and my queen versus the town hall, and luckily they took it out before things got even worse. So we're not going to get 2 stars in this base. I'm just very happy we didn't lose any trophies on any of the raids today. If you guys want to see me do any other level 7 giant raids, drop your suggestions below. I don't know anything good that we can use them with, but maybe we could cook up some sort of crazy strategy. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.